So today, I'm sitting at home.
You didn't
sitting on
use
the
my
couch.
name. Are you talking to me?
Oh yeah, Alex.
Okay.
This is for you.
Okay.
This
All right, I
story
got this.
is for you and you alone.
Okay. So all of our listeners, you need to, either unplug your headphones, plug your ears,
Yeah.
do something here. You don't get to hear this part.
This is only for Alex.
Okay.
Alex.
Yes.
Today I was sitting at home, and Laura comes in,
Sure.
and she was just we've just recently moved,
Right.
and she was just at her old house taking some items out, and in her purse she has 3 rolls of toilet paper, and those
Okay.
3 rolls of toilet paper all are basically empty, except not quite. They have like a couple rolls of the toilet paper.
Okay. So there's a little bit of paper left on the
A little
roll.
bit of paper. Yeah, a little bit of paper left in the roll, and there's 3 of them.
Okay.
And I said, "What's up with those rolls? Why do you have 3 almost finished rolls?"
Because
And she says-
most people you use the whole roll before you take out another one.
Exactly.
That's what I do. I
Yeah.
don't start a new roll before the last one is done.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Right.
All right, now
So
what was her explanation?
she says, "This is your doing." She says, "You love to do this. You just leave these toilet paper rolls all over the house."
Whoa.
And I started to think about it. And I do that. I grab a new toilet paper roll when it's almost done. And then I was sitting there,
Damn.
and I had a drink with me. And there was 1 sip left in the bottom of the drink. And I had no reason that I wanted to drink it, and nothing that made me want to go and finish off that drink. I just kind of wanted that last sip to sit there in case I needed it later. And I realized this is something that I do with everything. I never finish things. I just leave the end there. I realized I did it with video games when I was a kid. I'd play Zelda games, and I'd get up to the last dungeon, and I'd stop playing.
You have a problem making it to completion.
I don't want things to end.
Okay. There's a difference though. Zelda, okay, it's fun, you don't want that fun to end. Toilet paper?
I don't want
and
that.
hold on.
I don't
She
want
said
that roll
she
to
found
end.
it around the house and
Yeah, so
not like in the bathroom. In the bathroom perhaps I could understand now.
it's in the bathroom.
Okay.
But I'll take it off of the roll. Like I'll take it off the roll holder and put it aside and put a new one on.
Can I own up to something?
Yes.
I do that with milk. I refuse to finish the milk in the jug. I never do it. I'll open up. If we have another one, I'll open up the other jug and just let the other one go. Like Sarah has to finish it. I won't. I won't do it.
I do it with sandwiches too. If I get to the last bite, I throw it away.
No, Dean, it's a sandwich. You eat the whole sandwich.
I don't know what it is. The
You
end of
always
things.
eat-
I can't.
Hold on. When you eat pizza, do you eat the crust?
I do eat the crust.
Okay.
That's weird, right?
It is. It is.
Unless
but will
I'm
you leave
like-
like
okay.
a bite of a breadstick?
Like unless I'm like really, really full, but like I can fit
Right.
one more piece in, then that last piece I won't eat the crust.
Okay.
I
Why?
don't know.
why
That's
do you
what I'm
do
trying
this?
to figure out. That's what I'm bringing to you.
Oh, I have to answer this? I have to solve all your problems.
I basically that's what I use this format for.
This is like your
I bring
therapy
everything
session?
to you. Yeah, I bring everything to you and you diagnose.
Gotcha. Okay, so on top of you not getting paid, you now need to start paying me. If I have to like play therapist here,
Yeah,
I
what's
charge
your
for
going
my
rate?
session.
Yeah, how much?
You'll get billed for it. Don't worry.
Okay, will it be in American or Canadian dollars?
American.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
I better either stop talking about this or start saving.
Nope. Start saving.
Okay.
I've already been billing you. In fact, now that I know that you're using it for this, I'm gonna bill you for the 15 or so episodes that we've already done.
You've been piling them up.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that, but now I'm gonna have my accountant look back on those and total it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so you leave things unfinished. You have a problem saying. Do you have problems saying goodbye to people?
Maybe. Yeah, I think I do.
You have this thing that you love. So okay, what's something though
linger.
that are there things that you don't like that you don't finish? I mean, I guess that wouldn't really count because if there's things you don't like, you're not going to finish it anyway.
Yeah, it's
Or
more
do you
like
finish it just to be done with it.
No, it's more like I enjoy it. Yeah, and all the way up until the end, and then I just don't finish it. It doesn't really make sense with food because I'm just for the sub I would be throwing that away, but for like a drink, I actually don't want to finish that last sip just in case I'm more thirsty later.
I can't relate to this at all. Like if there's a drink in front of me, I usually just like down the whole thing at once.
Yeah. And I'll do that too, but I'll down it to that last sip.
That's
and then
so weird.
I'll save that one.
Why would you do that? I'll
save that one for a good time. I don't know.
Because, okay, I would understand if, do you ever go back to that sip? Or do you just keep pushing it off? Like, oh no, maybe another time. And then you never drink it.
I'll go back to that sip when it's like, I have to.
When you have to.
So it's like, okay, like
when it turns into an obligation.
When it's like, okay, we're done here. It's time to go to bed. I better finish the last sip of my water.
Okay, but so this one's throwing me off now because eventually you do finish it, but you never finish those toilet paper rolls.
I didn't, and you know what? I rarely have finished the last dungeon on a Zelda game. I feel like I need it to be like a fantastic 3 or 4 hours that I'm finishing the game, and I just never want to block off that time to do it. I never want it to end.
So this is different. This isn't. I don't feel like this is something where you have like commitment issues. Like you can't commit to finishing something. I don't think that's your problem.
It's
you
more
just
like
don't
I don't want to say goodbye.
It to go away. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a problem saying goodbye. You are like BJ from the final episode of MASH.
Yes.
He has issues saying goodbye. Just say it.
Yeah.
Just say it goodbye.
Just rip off those last sheets of toilet paper.
Exactly. What if I was dying?
I think it's more like, I don't know if the length left is going to be the appropriate length that I need. So I'm going to take a new strip.
Gotcha. I'm kind of upset because I was setting you up for the line from that final MASH episode. Not that I would expect you to like finish it, but I set you up for it and you kind of just you just left it there.
Okay,
it was like a high five that my hand was just hanging in the air after that. You totally left me hanging.
But you know what you do? You redo it. Let's go.
Okay.
Redo it. Run it.
All right. So we go back to the part where we have problems saying goodbye.
Okay.
What if I was dying? You don't even remember. You don't know. No, that's not what it was.
I don't know. I don't know the line. Why would I know the line?
Well, you watched the episode. You're an expert on MASH.
Yeah, I watched the episode.
He just says you're not dying. You don't even have a cold.
Come on. That is a good line.
It is a good line. Maybe we'll use it again. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll try and set you up for it again in the future.
I think I would say if you set me up for it again, I would nail it. I would get it.
But I feel like it would be really weird if I set it up a third time. Like now. Like in one episode.
But like I feel like I need the win. So let's go one more time.
Okay. What if I was dying?
You're not even sick.
Okay, you messed it up again.
Oh, that wasn't it?
No, he says no. No, it's you're not dying. You don't even have a cold. It's a cold. That's it. You know what?
What did I say?
You said something about not being sick.
What's the difference?
Yeah, there's a big difference.
Okay.
Big difference. Sick, there's many different kinds of sick. Cold, a cold is pretty limited.
Okay, I just generalized the line.
You did.
Okay.
You did. So I'm not doing it a fourth time.
That's fair. I don't think you should. I don't think it's fair to you or to me or to the listeners.
Well, what if I was dying?
You're not dying because I haven't even heard any sniffles.
There we go. Okay. Welcome to the First Last Podcast with Alex and Dean. I think we just need to get right into this.
Let's do it.
Gonna go for
Let's get right into it.
You picked this. You picked this show for this show. You picked this show for this show.
I picked First Last for the Misfits.
Exactly. Nope. You messed that line up too. You're not very good at these lines today.
Like I said, a couple weeks ago, we dropped show notes, and I feel like I'm just grasping at straws now.
I feel that. No. It's for our show, First Last. We're talking about a show that you had picked called Misfits.
Yes, a television series.
A BBC, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
I don't think it's BBC. Is it BBC? No, it's E4.
Oh, okay. What's the difference?
I don't know. Well, okay, what's the difference between CNN and MSNBC?
I don't know. I'm from Canada.
Exactly. These people are these channels are from Britain.
Yeah.
So we don't know.
A British show.
Yeah. And it started. What was it? It ran for 5 series. They call them series over there.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and it went from 2009 to 2013.
Yeah, that's correct.
Why did you pick this show?
Okay, so...
Is it okay? And let me just throw this out there too. Did you pick this knowing that I would be very mad at you? I would be so upset.
No, I did not know that. I'm actually interested to hear why you're upset.
Oh. So you don't know why I'm upset?
I think
you can't read me at this point.
I know. No, I know you are upset.
Mm-hmm. What would you do? What would you do if I was dying?
I would recommend Misfits.
Damn, Dean! I gave it to you again. I set it up again. And you just let it go.
You know what? I feel like we're on the same page, but like one of us is just slightly missing here.
We're on the same page, but you're in a whole different damn book. Like we got 2 different books in front of us. We can both be on page 23, which I think you're on 23, right?
I'm on 23. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Me too. So we're on the same page. Different book. We went over this.
Okay. So like it could be you or it could be me because maybe my book is the right one.
It's not.
Nobody knows.
It's not.
Right.
I know.
Could be you.
I know. The listeners know. The listeners know this. I went over it with them.
It could. You know what? It could be the listeners. Maybe they're the ones on the wrong page.
I think we should just start blaming the listeners for everything.
I think, I mean, they
Why
can't
don't we have
even
sponsors
fight back.
anymore, listeners?
Yeah, listeners, I want to put that one on you.
Thanks for nothing.
Why was I fired from the comedy club? Listeners, I'm going to put that one on you too.
Yeah. So, Misfits, why'd you pick this, other than the fact that you knew it would make me angry?
Okay, so, number 1 reason... I knew it would make Alex angry.
I said other. Okay, just go.
Number 2 reason is I thought it was. It sounded like a cool show. It's a show where a group of kids who are doing
a group of misfits.
A group of misfits, a group of community service workers, get superpowers, and the powers are not really fantastic superpowers. They don't really know how to control them. I mean, the powers are pretty good,
fantastic.
But like the powers are good. They just don't. They're not sure how to control them. So it's very interesting. How these kids are going to deal with the issues of the powers. So why I picked it was I had heard about the show. I had watched a few episodes when it came out. Actually, I think maybe back in 2009, 2010.
Okay.
And I kind of just didn't continue on with it, and I thought that it would be a good time now because it was just announced that this is a British show and it's just announced that the American version is coming out.
Right.
It's going to start filming. So yeah, I thought it was very topical and I was interested in watching it again.
And becoming an expert on it.
Well, I was interested in becoming an expert because I had just watched the first couple episodes. So I was not an expert at all.
Right. You can't be. You can't. If you don't see the last episode, you can't be an expert.
Exactly. So we did it. We did the first. We did the last. We are now both experts on the show. Some who have seen the whole series would say, how could you be an expert on the show? There isn't one single reoccurring character from the first and last episode. But you know what? That's just how it works.
You know, they don't understand. They don't do it as much as we do. So that's 1.
Yeah.
2, they watched all the middle stuff. So they don't really, like, you can't have that experience of first and lasting it when you watch the middle.
Exactly.
You can't.
They say there's no stupid questions except for that one.
Exactly.
Yeah,
there is such thing. I used to tell my students that all the time. Yes, there is such thing as a stupid question.
And you just asked it.
Yeah,
Billy.
And you just said, you've just proved that there is such a thing as a stupid question.
Yeah. So, that's kind of mean of you.
It was fine.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. I mean, it's par for the course at this point, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yes, you gave pretty much the plot of the entire first episode already. A storm rolls in as they're doing their community service, and they get electrocuted. Lightning bolt strikes.
Yeah.
They get thrown the lightning bolt for some reason gives them superpowers. Because,
what do you mean for some reason? Because radiation giving someone superpowers is so much more believable?
But there wasn't...
Don't even start with me. Did you see the hail in that storm?
I saw the hail.
The hail was gigantic. That was definitely a superpower giving storm. Don't even. We're not going
You know
there.
what? I'll just let it go. So they get superpowers and they're... What is his name? Like, what's that position? The person who watches over them. It's not a correctional officer.
No, he's the I don't know.
It's like kid guard.
The warden. No, that's a prison.
No, yeah, that's too high up. This guy isn't the
community service
warden.
worker. No, that's them.
Right. He is the person who watches the community service workers. Nope, not workers. Community service. Nope, I can't think of a better name. So it's workers.
I think it is workers.
I don't think so.
But like they don't get paid.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
Work without pay.
The guy in charge of them.
There we go. I still feel like correctional officer is the closest one.
The CEO. That's fine. Let's go with that.
We're going to go with the CO.
Yeah.
All right. So he also kind of gets hit. Not as much as they do. So I don't know if that's what causes him to just go crazy, because he starts getting like these bouts of like almost zombie-like insanity. Like he just huffed a bunch of bath salts. Okay,
so here's the thing that I picked up and about their powers. Did you pick up anything about who gets what power?
Well, I know all the powers they get.
Yeah, so think about them a little bit. They're all related to their personalities. So I feel like that correctional officer, like he kind of had an outburst at them earlier about cell phones.
Right,
and so
okay.
I think that when he got his powers, it just heightened it. So he's kind of like an angry person. So it just heightened that, and he became this like zombie thing whenever he got angry.
Gotcha.
So you got the kid.
He's the less interesting Hulk.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, you got like the kid who no one's really paying attention to, and he can go invisible, right? So he's kind of like the kid no one. He's already invisible. Mm-hmm. You got a track star who got caught with some cocaine,
and if only he could turn back time.
If only he could turn back time and erase the one mistake, his life would be great. Got the girl who is always worried what everyone's thinking. She can hear their thoughts, and then you got that other girl who I think her name was Alicia, who is just like all about her appearance and all about like making the guys want her. And if they touch her, they want to have sex with her. Yes.
And like, there's no censor like between brain and mouth at all.
No. She's hilarious though.
No, I'm saying like when they touch her.
Yeah. No, when they touch her, there is no sense. They just say whatever is on their mind, which for some of them is very embarrassing for them.
Yeah. So the first episode, it took me a little bit, but at first I didn't know how much I was liking it.
Right. Okay.
It seemed kind of the timing on some of the dialogue was off. It felt like
lost in translation, maybe.
I don't know. It meandered a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
But by the end of the episode, I wanted more. I enjoyed it. Yeah,
it was interesting because about like halfway through the episode, you realize it's kind of like a slasher movie.
Yeah, it definitely has an edge to it.
Yeah.
And keep in mind that word, edge. It had edge, which was what made it interesting. It was funny. It was dark.
Yes.
It had a lot of black comedy in it, you know, and that, like you said, about halfway through is where it really starts to feel almost like endearing. Like you like it. You know, you're into this. You want more.
So what do you think of the mouthy kid, Nathan?
Again, at first, I found him to just be really annoying. But as the episode went on, I found him to be hilarious.
Yeah, he is hilarious, and for some reason in some scenes you kind of like feel bad for him. But he's like such a jerk to everyone.
They do a really good job though of making him somewhat of a sympathetic character.
Definitely. Like when he's walking across the bridge, he and his mom has kicked him out.
Yeah.
Which his mom is another Game of Thrones actor, so you got 2 in this.
You got 3.
You got who's the other one?
Okay, so you got you have his mom.
Yeah.
You have Rudy, he was Bolton, right? In Game of Thrones. And then the kid who gets killed is Pip from Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the kid who gets killed. Yeah.
3 of them.
Right. Okay, yeah. So 3 from Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Okay, so just to bring him up quick, there was another kid in this program, and he wasn't outside when the storm happened.
No, he's smoking weed in the John.
Yeah, and then he gets killed almost immediately by the CO.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Nathan gets kicked out of the house, but it's sad because he's calling his friends and trying to find a place to live, and no one wants him to stay there.
Yeah, because he's a jerk to everyone.
Exactly. So that's the thing. Like, it's sad he doesn't have a place. His mom kicked him out. But at the same time, there's a reason she kicked him out. There's a reason people don't want him to come over.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So but you still, I feel like there's enough to make you still like him as a character.
Yeah.
Like you don't like him as a person, but you
I like him a lot. I think he brings a lot to the show.
Yeah.
So if we just kind of give a quick rundown of what happens, the correctional officer is going crazy, and he basically attacks them, kills Kelly, but Curtis, the track star, can turn back time. They all don't really know how or why they're using their powers. Right. It just happens. So Curtis turns back time, and they escape this time, and they end up killing the correctional officer, and then they have to bury him because no one's going to believe them. No one's going to believe their story. No one's going to believe that they got these powers and they were able to turn, and they saw that he was going to kill them, and so they turned back time and killed him first. So
Kelly hits him with a paint can.
Yeah.
And then he's still not dead, so she kicks in his skull.
Oh yeah, she just goes for it.
I loved her character. I
liked Kelly a lot. And Kelly is hard to understand.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Kelly has a crazy accent that is so hard to understand. And they, call it out right away.
Right.
Yeah, Nathan just calls that out right away.
Yeah, you can't understand what the hell she's saying.
Yeah. And then so we get to the end, and everyone's kind of figured out what their powers are, except for Nathan.
Yes.
He doesn't know. He doesn't
know
what
Maybe it's
his powers.
flying.
Yeah, maybe it's flying, but it's not.
It's not. He tries and he just falls.
Yeah. Maybe it said he can't feel pain, but then he gets slapped and he can feel it. So it's not that.
So that's pretty much the episode.
Yeah. It kind of plays like a slasher movie. It kind of plays like one of those not really horror, but just there's a killer out and we got to figure out what to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So after that's done, and to just bring up some of the other ones too, Alicia, by the way, the first time I ever noticed her was in Scrotal Recall.
Yeah.
And when I saw her come up, I was so excited.
Yeah.
Because she was great. And then she's a very different character in this than she is in Scrotal Recall.
She's actually the complete opposite of Scrotal Recall. She is... Yeah, she's...
the water
what would
bottle
you call
scene.
her? Okay, so the water bottle scene I find very hilarious just because of right after it when she just says, so she's miming what she was doing to a water bottle trying to get out of a ticket. Oh no, she was doing it on a water bottle, but it's what she was doing on a breathalyzer.
Right.
And she says that the cop must have been gay because it didn't work. And she said, and it's BS because I didn't even want to go to that party anyways.
Yeah.
It's just things like that where it's oh, how could I blow over? I didn't even want to go to the party.
Right. Yeah.
She is very funny.
Yeah, you really don't get much of the track star in it. You just hear that he was on the path to go to the Olympics, got caught with coke, and they
Made an
example of him.
Yeah.
And the other one,
Simon.
Simon. Did I call him Rudy earlier?
Yeah, Rudy's a different character.
Yeah.
Like in the finale.
Yeah,
he's Simon. Yeah.
Sorry. Simon, he's really, really good in this episode, because no one sees him. He feels invisible, and that's his power is invisibility. But he plays awkward so well.
Yeah.
He had like attempted arson or something like that.
Yeah, right. They were Nathan was confronting him about why he was there. Because these are all community service workers, so they've all done something. And he says that he tried to burn someone's house down.
Right. Okay, so that's the first episode. You get to the end of it, and you're like, yeah, I want more of this. It had, like I said earlier, it had that edge.
Especially when Simon says, hey, maybe we should, use these powers to, do good. Maybe we should be superheroes.
Yes.
Maybe that's what we're supposed to be. And it's really exciting because in that episode, it's really hard for you to picture them as superheroes.
They're not superheroes.
They're misfits. They're a bunch of screw-ups, right? So it's really hard to picture that. So it's kind of exciting to see what's going to happen.
Right. So that's great. You start watching the final episode. Not a single one of these characters is in it.
Not one.
And they somehow found, not somehow, because that would imply that these guys weren't any good. They filled the whole roster with just boring, bland, mediocre, I didn't care about any of these characters. I was so upset going from this first episode, which by the end I really enjoyed, to the last episode, which was just so boring.
Yeah. So the last episode, all these characters aren't really misfits, right? It's the name of the show.
Not a single one is a misfit.
You really got it from that first episode that every one of these characters is a misfit. So by the end, it's not... That last episode, you do not get that, for sure. Rudy's good. Rudy's a good character, I would say.
Who cares? Seriously, that's how I felt the whole time. Even when a character did something that you're like, oh, okay, that's neat. Who cares? It was so stupid.
Yeah, I would definitely agree.
I was so pissed at you, Dean. To have given me a show where I was pretty pumped after the last episode, or after the first episode.
After the first.
And then to get to the last, it was such a letdown.
It was like a Dexter moment for me when I was super pumped.
Sure,
and the last
I hated
was
everything
so terrible.
For Dexter. But here, I couldn't believe it. They went from something, it lost all edge. There was nothing.
Yeah, no edge. I will say, though, I thought it was still enjoyable. It has... Okay, so on paper, it has the formula of all the worst things in a finale. It has the formula for a fail in a finale, which is those characters that are not interesting anymore. Mm-hmm. It has a quick jump a year into the future. That shouldn't work.
Which was
it's just like,
awful.
Hey, it's the last episode. Quick jump a year into the future.
In the middle of the episode.
Yeah, that's another thing that's no good.
By bringing in this random character.
Yeah. So I was sitting there and I was saying I shouldn't like this for these reasons, but I also found myself really enjoying some of the plot threads.
What?
So I know. So I actually did like the jump a year in the future because Rudy is setting up this superhero team. And the team he's setting up are not community service workers. He just found people with powers and he gives them an outfit and their outfit is jumpsuits, community service jumpsuits. Because I guess that's what he knows. So he's saying, you're going to wear these are your uniforms. And then we flash forward a year into the future, and they've been corrupted by their power, and they are just killing anyone who does anything. So if somebody litters, they're killing them. So they're just killing the wankers, in their terms. But yeah, I actually thought that was really good. I liked seeing the setup of the little team, and then just it completely going down the drain. You?
I didn't like anything.
You didn't like it at all?
No, I didn't like it at all. So, I don't know any of their names. I didn't want to know any of their names. So I can't give any specifics as to like, I can't really tell you which characters I'm talking about here. But the one girl who gets with the guy who sends her forward in time a year and now she has a baby. Yeah. It was so, that plot line felt so shoehorned in to work late, to like fix the crappy ending that they had.
So again, that definitely felt shoehorned in. The way they wrap it up is her recording a video in the future and then her watching that video on her phone in the past, which doesn't make sense at all.
Because she cuts herself and the guy who sent her into the future, who's for some reason just in love with her immediately, rewinds time
to save her.
But
then
how could
the video be on her phone? But how could the video be on her phone?
Exactly. That doesn't make any sense.
That part doesn't really make
Everything
sense.
Everything is stupid.
I did like in the video, though. So she wakes up, she has this baby, she doesn't have any memory of birthing the baby, she doesn't have any memory of carrying the baby, and all of a sudden she has a baby. So the whole episode she's like, nah, it's not my baby, I don't love it, I'm not breastfeeding it, I'm not doing any of this stuff. And then by the end, like, I know it's kind of a whatever cliche, but by the end she loves the baby. And
she was with the baby for like 4 hours.
Yeah, but I love the video to herself, which is, okay, so you need to have sex with this guy so we have the baby, but you need to kill him right after.
No.
I thought it was great. I thought that part was awesome. I thought it was so funny.
What?
Make sure you still have sex with this guy.
Every single joke that they attempted fell so flat. The one where they walk in on the new correctional officer, and he's naked with another guy, and he's just
right.
Like, yep.
Oh, that was gay. That was not funny at all.
No.
Well, that was a huge miss. Yeah.
And
then they just like slowly close the door. Yeah.
The one guy, his power is he can take away other people's power by having sex with them.
Yeah,
that's his power.
Another stupid power. Yeah.
Oh God.
And like I said, they weren't really misfits. Like, they didn't seem like misfits at all.
Okay, so by the end,
it
went from really cool, I keep using this word, and I apologize, I just can't think of another one right now, edgy show, to something that felt like it could be on the CW.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, yeah.
Like, they were...
Which is probably why I still enjoyed it.
It took itself too seriously at the end?
Yeah. Well, it seemed like it was just trying to wrap everything up in the end, and definitely took itself too seriously. Like, why are there was all these, they were going for all these emotional moments. Yeah. Which was like definitely nothing that they went for in the first one.
I don't even want to talk more about this plot because I hated it so much. Let's go right into Hero and Zero.
Well, wait. Oh, we'll get right there. Just for a second. I just want to say about Rudy, though. Do you not think that Rudy could have worked in the original, like in the pilot? He could have worked with that cast. I think he was fantastic. I think he was Nathan, but he was. I enjoyed him better than Nathan.
Oh,
I enjoyed him more than
not.
Nathan.
I didn't know.
No?
He felt so over the top. He was like a cartoon.
Yeah.
He felt out of... Okay, remember how in the league, what was his name? You liked him,
Rafi.
I didn't.
Yeah. So Rudy's your Rafi.
Rudy is my Rafi.
See, Rudy is my Rafi as well. I liked Rudy a lot. I thought he was... I don't know. The way he phrases everything, for me, hits right on.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying by any means it was a good finale. It was in not comparison to the pilot at all.
Right.
But while I was watching it, I was saying these things are bad, but I actually am kind of into this. Sarah knew I was watching this for the show. And then she got really confused when not too long after I started it, I started playing my ukulele too. Because I got so bored that I needed to do something else. Like, I couldn't just focus on this show. You had to be doing other things.
I had to. I would have gone crazy otherwise.
All right.
Hero and Zero.
Okay, Hero and Zero. So...
I'm going to go first.
You go first.
Yeah,
you go first.
I'm going to go first. And my hero is... I'm actually going to go with Kelly. I liked Kelly a lot in the first episode. Her hearing the thoughts of those around her and coming to terms with, not coming to terms, but like really seeing what people thought of her. And how it, like, how she just hated it.
Yeah. She's very upset when boys want to have sex with her.
Well, she's upset that that's all that they think about.
That's all they think about. No, I know. It's just like that she punched a guy. Actually, she hit 2 guys in the first episode when they thought that.
Right.
Punched a guy in the face and then hit another guy in the arm.
And that's why no one should be allowed to read minds.
Never. No, it would be the worst.
It would be horrible.
Thoughts are terrible.
Yes. Yeah. There's a reason that thoughts stay in your head.
Yes.
And you only let, like, 0.5% of them out.
That's why there's a filter. There's a filter there.
No, she was great. They focused on her quite a bit, more so than her and Nathan were the ones who got, like, most of the story, I felt like.
Definitely. They were the only ones that actually got, like, backstory away from the group.
Yeah, so she seemed, like, from her, kind of from her appearance, at first she seemed like she wouldn't be, like, a strong character.
Yeah.
And I guess, like, a strong person, I should say, a strong person. But she was like, she was cool. I liked her in this a lot. So she's definitely my hero. And my 0 is actually not a character. It's the entire last episode.
The cast of the finale.
It's the cast, it's the plot, it's everything. I just despised that finale. I was so upset because I enjoyed the first episode so much. And this was just garbage because it was nothing of the same. It was completely different. So we talked about before how Flash Forward was one of had like the best first and last episode for the structure of our show.
Yes.
This has the worst.
This is the worst because not only does it feel like you're watching a different show, you are watching a different show.
Yes. This is completely different.
It's completely different characters, and
the tone
it's a completely different feel.
Yeah.
When you said it's like it was trying to be a CW show, that is 100% true. Yeah. It felt like the first episode was not that at all, and then the last episode was like Vampire Diaries.
Right. I was going to say it was like a shittier Arrow.
Yeah, with like more swearing.
Right.
Like, it was trying to get this concept of these people with powers who are actually, like, whatever, in community service, but, like, with all these moments that they're trying to create for a finale.
I wanted no part of that.
Yeah.
All right, your turn.
Okay, so, Hero, I'm not going to say too much about it, because you're just going to shut me down. So, I'm just going to go with Rudy. I like Rudy a lot. That's all. That's it. I like Rudy.
Hey, wait. Did we ever tell the listeners that they could start listening again? At the beginning of the episode...
Oh, shoot.
We had said that story was just for me. We're done, you guys.
Right. This part's for you. This part's for listeners. Should we...
I think we should start back from the beginning.
We should rewind back. Okay, right. So let's go all the way back to...
Welcome to the First Last Podcast with Alex and Dean. My name is Alex. Oh, I said that already. I've never done that before. I always made sure, like, oh, shoot, don't say your name twice. And I just did it.
Yeah, you welcome to the First Last Podcast with Alex and Dean. This is Alex. I guess you're telling them who you are, so that's okay. You could be Dean.
Oh, that's true. I wonder how many people are like, ooh, who's talking? Like, right now when I'm talking, is that Alex or Dean?
I think it could be tough to tell our voices apart.
Right. I don't know. I feel like I have more of an Alex voice. Is that such a thing?
I sometimes feel like I have an Alex voice.
I can see that.
Not today, maybe. I don't think I have an Alex voice today, but
you
definitely are usually dialed into the Alex voice.
I mean, I've had 26 years of practice.
Yeah.
So, all right. Sorry, that was Rudy was your first. I don't want to hear any more about it. What's your 0?
0 is in the finale, which is Rudy's girlfriend. I really not 100% sure what exactly the plot line was, but she like electrocutes him. And she's his girlfriend, so that's not cool. If my girlfriend electrocuted me, I would break up with her.
Yeah, except he was dead. So
he died. She killed him.
Yeah, he couldn't. But don't worry, everyone. Then we have the stupid turn back time moment.
No. Okay. I'm just gonna because we're
of course
you brought it up.
I know.
Brought it up.
I know. I opened this box.
You opened it up. You opened up the door. The scratch cards.
Oh no!
The lottery tickets was okay. So first of all, he always has a lottery ticket. He's always scratching it, and he always is so upset when he loses. And then he's dying, and he scratches a card and he wins.
I wanted
so
to
it's like,
throw
oh
up.
my goodness, this is stupid. Why would you win on the final scratch card? But he just wins $1. It's like them using the joke to be stupid and then adding on that it's just $1. I loved it. I love the choice. He did it. He won. He won $1 right before he died. He was so happy.
I give this a 3.
What?
I give it a 3.
You cannot do that. That is not even fair.
I have to.
Do you know how to do math?
Okay. The first episode, you ready for this?
Yeah.
The first episode gets a 7. All right. The last episode. Plus,
you're doing the math right now.
I am. It. I got the calculator out and everything.
You're fudging the numbers.
I'm not fudging anything.
All right.
Fudge you. I give the first episode a 7. I give the last one a 0. That you put them together. What's the average of those? 7. Okay. Then you divide that by 2. You get a 3.5, and I'm rounding down just because I hate it that much.
All right. Sounds good. I feel like there's a little bit of emotion coming into these ratings. There's no way that was the worst. Are you saying that I'm not being objective in my rating? I am saying you're not being objective in your rating, and we swore an oath at the beginning of this podcast that we would always be objective about our ratings. We would not let emotion get into it.
I thought we weren't swearing in this podcast.
Right, just at the beginning. Right,
I didn't swear to anything.
Not in this episode. We swore at the beginning of making this podcast.
Oh, so not was it recorded? You saying that?
Yes, it was offline.
Then it doesn't exist.
It's in the contract.
Trust me, it's not.
All right. 7 out of 10.
Oh my god! How?
The first episode.
How? Okay. No. I'm bringing
good.
out the calculator again. Okay, what do you give the first episode?
I give the first episode a 7 out of 10.
7. Okay, and what do you give the last one?
Enjoyment factor, I give it a 6 out of 10.
You give it a 6?
Out of what I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the episode. Like I said, it is on paper, it's not really supposed to work, and it doesn't really work.
On screen, it's terrible too. No, it's okay.
It.
It's your rating. You're gonna give it.
I enjoyed it. I liked
7.
it. Like if we're going 0.5s, which you outlawed, we're not allowed to go 0.5s. It would be 6.5. But that is a round up. We're going 7 out of 10.
Up. You're gonna round up. I rounded down. You rounded up. I feel like. See, I don't think you're being objective here.
Okay, wait. Do we truncate or do we round? If we truncate, it's 6. If we round, it's 7. It's 7.
Well, I truncated.
Well, I rounded. Because we live in a world where you can truncate or you can round, and you just do whatever you want to do.
Again,
and
different
everyone
books.
loves you.
Different books. In my book, you truncate. Your book, you round.
You're on page 26 right now, right?
I'm on page 27!
Nah.
Let's get out of here.
Later.